Hey, what's up, guys? Mike Gross here, youtube.com/RockinGuitarLessons1 and RockinGuitarLessons.com. Want to put this tutorial out there. Every once in a while I'll send them out there and explain what the heck these are. CVT and CT lessons. It's going to be a pretty short video, but you may have heard about them because I talk about them in every lesson, or it's in the edits and in the description, and it's on my website. We're going to start with the simpler of the two, which is a CT lesson, and what that stands for is custom tablature. It's something I started doing. It was an idea from a student that lived in Japan that suggested, you know, hey, is there a way, he didn't call it CT lessons, I had to come up with a name for it, but some songs that he's been wanting done. You couldn't use Skype, something like that, so I gave it some thought and started doing them. Now, CT lessons, for example, you give me a song that you want done. What I do is I go to usually the studio version, unless you want a live version or whatever. You got to be very specific on these. Usually they're full songs, but they don't have to be. I charge an hour minimum, so it could be parts, you know. But I transcribe it, hand write the tabs, use my ear, which sometimes really hurts by the time I'm done. No, just kidding. But I zone in on it, and what I'll do is utilize, this is one of the cool things with the internet, is I will go to live concerts and look for fret hand placement for some of the parts if I'm not sure where they're playing it, because you know you can have like a, I'll just, for the heck of it, you know, Breaking the Law from Priest, right? Those, it's a A, B, C. Of course, this is tuned to B standard, but same notes are here. But the tonality is going to be a little different. On a thicker string, it's going to have a little more bottom end to it. I try to get it to where it's exactly how the guitar player in the band is playing it, and I'll utilize live stuff if I need to, and then I ultimately go back to the studio version because you're going to get the cleanest sound. You don't have the crowd noise and the volumes being different by however they recorded it. Everything is, they're completely detailed. I have things time-stamped and subgrouped. Now those are the same thing. The timestamp is a subgroup, but I will use the video as a way to track where the part that you're learning is. So it may come in at 33 seconds. Boom, I'll put that above it in the tabs so you know exactly where you're at, and I try to keep them in good, you know, somewhat small groups for you. Really comes in effective for guitar solos too, because you know you got a bunch of fast phrasing going on. You can have 20 notes in, you know, 3-4 seconds sometimes. It just depends. So it helps keep track of where you're at. Pick directions. You know, people overlook some of the more simple things sometimes when they're playing, because they're so wrapped up into, am I playing it right? Is this the right string? Is it the right fret? Is this chord clear enough? Am I bending far enough? There's so many elements involved, but I try to cover all of that stuff for you. Actually, I do cover it all for you. So pick directions, fingerings, that's another thing. You know, a lot of times people will purposely avoid using the pinky, but it's not just about that. It's about what is the riff, what is the phrase, and put down the fingering that makes sense. Of course, people have different size fingers, so that changes, but it gives you that guide anyways if you need it. I put EQ guesstimations, you know, like how it gets a little iffy because everyone's amps are different, guitars and pickups and all that type of stuff, but get you in the ballpark as far as dialing in your amp to get the tone and distortion or the right clean sound you need. I also add the effects, the primary effects that are used in the song, whether it has chorus or flanger. That way you can try to emulate as much as you possibly can with your equipment to the original artist. They're put in sections. Everything's explained in the legend on the top. The techniques that you're going to find in that song are all up there. There's symbols for hammer pulls and trills and all that stuff. Bending and half step, quarter step. So everything you see on the legend there is something that's in the song. I scan the tabs, send them as in a PDF file. Each page is an attachment, and it goes directly to your email. That's a CT lesson. A CVT lesson is exactly the same thing, but it's custom video tablature, so you get a video with it. You got the audio and the visual. That just gets uploaded to the channel here, and you can use your tabs, and you'll always have record of it to follow along with and practice with. So CVT and CT lessons. Now I recently started doing CVT bass lessons as well, if that's something that you're interested in. I have one of them up. It's a Striper song for that I do. I have a once a month CVT student named Jason, so it was his idea, and he was the first one to do the bass CVT. So there's three options. You got just the tabs with the video, and it is for guitar and now bass. Okay, so my email, rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate. Shoot me an email. We'll exchange numbers. I have all my students' numbers, whether they take lessons from me on Skype or a CVT student. You're my student regardless. Just two different ways of learning or approaches to learning. So my website, rockinguitarlessons.com, has some more information about that. If you want to read up more, or you can email me or whatever. Payments are made to my PayPal account, and we can exchange all that information when you do the lesson. So pricing for average CT lesson, which would just be tabs, say it's a complete song, standard length, 4 minutes or whatever, with the solo. This is just to give you a ballpark. Tends to range from 120 to 140, 150. That's just tabs. CVT typically is double that, so that gives you a ballpark idea. If we're just doing parts, that's a different story. But that's it. They're really cool. They're fun. They're detailed. You'll have them forever. You'll have the video forever. You'll have the tabs forever. And sure, you can go get the band book from Hal Leonard or whatever and have the whole album or this and that. But if you've been playing for a while, you'll know that a lot of those are wrong. They don't explain things in detail. Sometimes I just shake my head and go, where do they get these transcribers? But this is what I do, and it's what my ear has been my best friend for many years, and I love it. I love dissecting things and getting them right. So if you're interested, you now have the information, okay? Hit me up, and hope you guys have a very good Merry Christmas, because Christmas is in a week. Did you know that? Did you get all your shopping done? Alright guys, be sure to subscribe. Of course, request the free songs for the channel, and that's it. Share this stuff on Facebook and all that, Twitter, Instagram. Just keep spreading the word, my little warriors. Alright man, catch you later.